Hey guys, welcome back. Hi, if this is your first time in my channel, my name is Anonymous, and I have been getting gang stalked since I was 30 years old. I am now 37. Throughout those 7 years, I have developed and understood gang stalking in such a way that they gave me my freedom back from it. And since I feel like other than understanding gang stalking, gang stalkers have kind of forced me to pause all my goals in life, only so that I can beat them. I feel that it is my duty as a human being of saving you 7 years of experience, so that you would just go from getting gang stalked immediately to not getting gang stalked anymore because of your understanding of gang stalking. So today we're gonna talk about a little trick that one of my coworkers, not well, one of my personal training clients did. Her name is Liliana Juarez, and she was the one who told me that no one is gonna believe you, and then she was the one that told me, oh, right now we're sensitizing you to colors. So there was a time that going back to the actual event, there was a time that when I was working out and I was consistently doing 5 exercises every day. So then, well, I was doing that for like a month or whatever. That's not important. But all of a sudden, I was training her because she's currently my personal training client. So I was training her, and then as she did the gang stalker's grin, the evil grin, the duper's delight grin, she said 5 exercises. Which what would that imply? So it depends. So it implies different things depending on which phase or how synchronized you are with gang stalkers. For example, if you would first, if you are at like barely beginning to get synchronized with gang stalkers, you would think they are observing me and they're even counting the number of exercises that they are that I'm doing. So this is the thing, is that yeah, so they watch how many exercises I do and they're apparently counting them. So but that's it. That's it. There's nothing else onto that. They're not all connected. They just made one observation and they communicated with someone, and that person said that. But it doesn't mean that everyone knows everyone. That doesn't mean that everyone is paying so much attention they know exactly how many exercises I'm doing. That is simply an observation that someone did, and then she just decided to use that to make it feel like everyone is watching me. So it's a trick. It's a simple trick, and if you're deeper in gang stalking and you're actually convinced, if you're at the point in gang stalking where you feel that they know what you're thinking, so if I went to the gym and I was working out and I would do 5 exercises, I would assume, of course, in my head, I'm going to be like, I need to do 5 exercises. Then I would assume that she knew how many exercises I was doing, that she was able to read my thought as a gang stalker. But the reality is that simple, is that gang stalkers just make an observation and then they communicate the observation, and then they just try to use trigger words like 5 exercises because I was doing 5 exercises. But that's it. There's nothing more to it. Not everyone is paying that much attention, that's it. So don't feel that everyone is observing, even though everyone might be observing. What harm is that going to do? It's not going to do shit. They can't touch you. They're just observing, and that's it. It's just, they're just pretty much indirectly telling you that they're watching you. So fucking what? Look at me all you want. Who fucking cares? That's it. Don't worry about it. I'm not saying, you don't have to be, well, you kind of do have to be cautious. Like, if they're watching you, of course, you're going to feel a little unnerved. So what are you going to do? That's what I should have done, is to get my keys, get my phone, get my wallet, put everything in a bag, and always have that with me so that they don't make me paranoid about losing any of that, you know. And yeah, so they actually were able to make me paranoid about losing my keys. And I would get like a mini heart attack every time I couldn't find my keys, you know. And I would blame it on the gang stalkers. The first thought that I would have whenever I couldn't find my keys was gang stalkers took it from me, because they did that before, you know. Whenever I misplaced something in my car, you know, immediately I thought gang stalkers got into my car and stole it. Why? Because I had a point of reference where gang stalkers actually went into my car, you know, and they grabbed something. But the reality is that they're only gonna do that a couple of times, you know, if they ever. They're not gonna do a lot of that, you know. They won't. And what you can do, the only thing that you can do is literally just not care. So, oh yeah, so I know that they actually got into my car because one time I put both of my sandals in my car, and then next time I was only able to find one. Like, someone actually took one sandal out of my car. They made a copy of my car key, of my key fob. I know they did. But I mean, that's it. So, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I went and I bought another pair of sandals. And it sucks, man. It feels awful. But what are you going to do? So what would have they wanted me to do after they took my sandal out of my car? So the worst thing that I could have done is pretty much go to one of my roommates at the time, because I was living at the homeless shelter, and then tell one of them, do you know who the fuck took my sandal out of my car? You have access, you know, blame them about something, you know. But that's what they want you to do. So they're gonna tell you, you're crazy. Oh my god, why are you blaming me of something like that? So you have to just fucking suck it up and not say anything. And then as soon as they do a minor inconvenience, you just fucking deal with it. Even if it's gonna cost you money. It's gonna cost you money, but you know, and it makes me upset because just last weekend, I had to buy a new charger for my Nintendo Switch. I had to buy a new charger for my laptop because those fuckers took it when they stole my car. They took the fucking car vacuum. I literally just came back from Walmart from buying one right now. But what do? You suck it up and you move on. Because that's all you can do. What do they want you to do? They want you to feel anger. They want you to feel anxiety. They want you to freak out that, oh my god, they're gonna do it again. Listen, there's nothing you can do. The only thing that you can do, if you have the money, you can grab you can spend some money on getting a camera for your car. That's a camera that is recording 24/7. You can do that, and I highly encourage, if you have the money to do that, you can. I don't. So the way that I deal with it is pretty much just fucking buy it again, and then just, you know, live my life as privately as possible. That's it. In the future, I probably will get a camera that is like 24/7, you know. And there's some that actually have like access to the internet, so they're like recording it to like some kind of, that they're always backing up the videos to the cloud or something, to any iCloud account or something. So like that sounds good. That's a good plan, you know. But I don't want to spend the money on that. It's so far, I think they're like $200, you know. Whatever. You know, I could do that, but I don't think they don't have access to me anymore like they used to. You know, I spend most of my time in my car, and when I'm not in my car is at my mom's house. You know, and when it's not there, it's at my work. That's it. I don't have time to be worrying about what they're gonna do with my car. You know, I just don't. And the thing is that you cannot be consistently, if it's new. If Gangstalking is new, you will be concerned. But you take precautions. I mean, don't be obsessive about your precautions, and don't worry about what if it happens again. Because, you know, if it happens again, most likely it wasn't the Gangstalkers. They do that once or twice, so you're worried about it all the time. So, but you can't be worrying about that all the time. You know, I don't think about it anymore because, you know, I'm not in the homeless shelter anymore. So they had access to my belonging. They had more access to me when I was in a homeless shelter. You know, that's why I prefer to live in my car now. Because it eliminates all the access to them. You know, I'm saving up money. I'm paying off all my debt. I'm good. If I'm in my car, I'm fucking busy. I have to clean here. I have errands to run, you know, and I typically have something to do. So, you know, I'm busy. My time is pretty much just hanging out, playing my Bayonetta, you know, trying to fucking 100% the game. I just bought Nier Automata, which for Nintendo Switch, which is fucking good. But every time I played a video game, I want to play Bayonetta. So I like playing for 5 minutes and then I go back to playing Bayonetta again. Well, anyways, I think that's all I have to say for today. So one of the things that Gangstalkers is that they observe you, and then when they observe you, they're gonna try to use that observation and repeat it at you. Like when I got the most recent one was the chip on my windshield, and at work, someone said windshield, you know, out of the blue with no context. I've also had it when they were like a grinder, you know, with no reason, with no context. That's what they do, but that's all there is to it. Don't think more of it. As soon as they do it, if it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable, just allow it to make you feel uncomfortable, and then move your mind out of there. Don't ruminate over it. Why? Because who fucking cares? You shouldn't care. So I began going on Telegram to try to hook up, you know. But then guess what the Gangstalkers did? They were like, Telegram, at fucking work, out of the blue, you know. And guess what I did? I was like, I noticed it, but then I ignored it. So that's all you can do. You just notice it. You notice it. Don't acknowledge it. You acknowledge it in here, but then you just completely ignore it because you give it the importance that it deserves, which is zero. Zero fucking importance. All right. You keep your mind busy with something that is helpful to you. All right. So that's all there is to that. So also, before, when I felt like a hoe, you know, even though I was trying to hook up, but I wasn't actually getting off, so I wasn't technically a hoe, you know. But for some reason, when they were saying high mileage, you know, I felt like I was high mileage, you know. But then I learned how to accept it, you know. Fuck it. So what? I'm a hoe. And what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And why the fuck do I care what you think about me? I don't have time to give a shit about what Gangstalkers think about me, and you shouldn't either. So they can think whatever the fuck you want. The image of yourself, you should base it on what you think of yourself, not what everyone else thinks. That should come in later. So if they're Gangstalkers will try to think the worst of you. They will actively try to think the worst of you. That's their mission. So that you think the worst of you. So you have to know that Gangstalkers are not important. They mean nothing. So whatever opinions that you think they might have, whatever belief that you think they might have, whatever perception of you they may have, you don't give a fuck about it. You just be like, well, I don't have time to give us two shits about what the fuck you think about me. That's simple. You don't. You keep your mind busy with things that matter, not with insignificant pests like Gangstalkers. Because that's what they are. They are fucking pests. You have to take their fucking little hands, their fucking little opinions, their perceptions of you off your back, squeeze your fucking blood out from them, and just throw them in the fucking trash. Because they are insignificant ticks. That's all they are. And you need to learn how to see them as that. Once you switch your perception of a group of people, from a group of people that are trying to make your life miserable, to a perception of they are a fucking pest that is it's a fucking pest that is trying to invade your life, then your life will become better, because you look at it and you're gonna think, oh, look at that fucking tick. Get off my back, you fucking piece of pest. you know, And that's it. Make them mean nothing. And that's it. That's how you get your freedom back. When your perception of gangstalkers is from someone who has a power to destroy you, to someone who is a fucking pest that is trying to invade your life. Once you look at gangstalkers like the fucking pest that they are, they will be a pest to you. And guess what? And they're gonna magically disappear from your life. You're gonna look at them and you're gonna be like, look at that fucking piece of shit pest. You know, and the best pesticide that you can use is look at them like a fucking pest. Like they're nothing. Because they are nothing. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye.